Hello everybody and welcome back to the Fire Emblem Path of Radiance Footlock playthrough. In this part we're going to be taking care of the base and preparations for one of my least favorite chapters, the Great Bridge. It is probably tied with one other chapter a little bit later on for my least favorite chapter in the entire game. And we'll go for that, or go over that once we get there. But for now, a little bit of camaraderie between Ikey and Zelgius. And the one and only time I think the recap screen could have been used, as now we're actually getting a recap at what happened at Palmeni, and we could have easily recapped taking over Navasa. In the meantime, we're actually making a long march all the way up to the Great Bridge itself. One of the only times I like this recap because it also explains how far we're moving. In the meantime, the Great Bridge. And Ikey. What is it? First time in almost a year. They're going to be back in Crimea. It's been a long time, as it hasn't exactly been communicated to us how much time has actually been passing. After all, we left Crimea in the spring, and now we're in the middle of winter. It looks like at the end of the year, we're going to finish this. I know it was 2 months at sea, but they didn't exactly tell us how long it was otherwise. And Ranulf, actually back here. And he's chipper about something, after all. No open hostilities with Daein yet, but in light of the army's success, the elders agreed on something. Gallia is going to lend its support to Princess Crimea's efforts. Very nice. Well, establish communications with them and create a united front. Gallia is here to support you. We'll always be at the center of the effort, don't forget that. That posture will allow Crimea to lay claim to any victories we achieve. I'm sure I thought you would understand such subtleties. Who are you, and what have you done with my Ikey? Meanwhile, Soren actually lectured on the same situation when we received reinforcements from Benyon. You were tutored by your nervous staff officer. Now I get it. Has he snapped yet? He seems high-strung. He's not wrong. King Kanagas is always thinking of Crimea, isn't he? How can she ever repay him? Went back to your country. I think that's the best way to do it, like Ranulf said. And report on the last battle. Braum. I'm not sure how he became MVP, but I'll take it. And I'll see you after bonus experience. Very nicely done, Khalil. That was a great level up. Nicely done, Devdan. Okay, reasonable, Neffany. Very nicely done, Rolf. Very nicely done, Ileana. Nicely done, Boyd. Nicely done, Ikey. That's great. And I think that's it for bonus experience. Now, I forgot to do this at the end of the last part, too, while we were on the manage screen. I meant to assign Ether to Ikey. I was originally planning on assigning Wrath to Ikey, but that kind of fell through, so instead, I'm going to assign Ether. I also think... where is she? I think the last occult skill is going to go to you, and I'm going to equip your occult skill, as I don't think there's much else I can really do. Yeah. In the meantime, now that that's done, info support conversation. Let's start with Shinon. as it's odd to have Shinon do something. Meanwhile, Shinon's being a bit tardy. However, that hick means that he's probably drunk. And he's just decent Ike. Mr. Big Ike, leading the good life. Hey, there Lagoose. Yeah, whatever. Meanwhile, he wants to just take over. But Ike's going to continue being commander. And Shinon seems to be jealous. After all, then you steal it and swoop it all away. After all, watch how you say my name, boy. Little boy Ike. What's wrong with you? Are you feeling alright? Oh no, he's very sick. He's very drunk. Just because you're his son. Well, are you sure you're alright? Meanwhile, he just puked. Definitely drunk. Soren. What does he have to speak with us about? And in reality, somebody's looking for Ike. Uh-oh. Where have you gone, handsome? Oh, Lord. Escapades and shenanigans ensue. At least until things simmer down. This is a waste of valuable time. So he's going to chase her away. Or at least attempt to. Hi, Aimee. Oh, Soren. Ew. No love for Soren. Something special and wanted to give it to him. Ike's in a war meeting. She can hold on to it. It's very valuable. And she's not comfortable just simply handing it over, it seems. Interesting. That's a hammer and staff, is it not? Or a staff that can take any item, no matter how battered, worn, and repair completely. As long as the weapon the item in question has uses, it will completely repair it. But you need to be able to wield the staff in the first place. Staves and whatnot will not really do a lot, but he likes food, particularly spicy meat dishes. Cooking's not something I'm skilled at, but ooh, I've got it. She knows the perfect dish. Meanwhile, not exactly what Ike was hoping for whenever Soren went to chase her off. I see something quite nice from your admirer, Ikey Poo. Thank you so much. Hey, wait a minute. That conversation always gets me to chuckle. In the meantime, I'm going to throw the Iron Blade in the convoy, seeing as how I don't need it that much, and I'm going to take the Brave Sword. I'm actually going to sell the Iron Blade that's in the convoy. Resolute Blade's perfectly fine for the time being. Silver Blade and all the killer weapons on you. You're doing fine, Boyd. Should have enough weapon uses to get through the chapter. You, however, I actually want to take the bolting staff or bolting. So I remember this chapter being quite, let's call it not fun if you don't have that. And Thoron just in case I need some extra firepower. Let's see, what else could I do with? Convoy, give the Spirit Dust. Absolutely, wow, there's a lot of cleanup to do. Chest key, oh, back from your inventory. Wolf, you're doing fine. Everybody else has vulneraries on them. Yeah, okay. Khalil, Spirit Dust. You need it the most. Raises your magic to a nice 24. I am on my way to getting you to max magic. Let's see. Reese, where are you? Physic Command. I do remember this chapter, and that I want Restore. Recover is something I'm gonna need to wait on using. Tormod, I believe you only have a D. Or, yeah, a D. As that's what this is. It's a B to use Rescue, B for Sleep. Why is it that all the good staffs always have B rank? Well, I think that's it for that. Leth. Trade over the men's staff into Tormod. I imagine Tormod's mostly going to be like chip damage at this point. In the meantime, I think I might just be better to bring in the longbow. Rolf. Killer bow is fine. I'm probably going to burn through both the killer bow and silencer in this chapter. In the meantime, I do need to get some people up a bit higher leveled, considering that I need Ike and Boy to... I need a couple of characters to level cap, let's put it that way. And I'm nowhere near close with some of them. It would be nice to see you level cap with max strength, but we'll see about that. What else is there that I'm forgetting? You should be able to use Tornado here in a minute, and because we have the armory, we can buy Elwind. Also, for what it's worth, there's silver swords and silver lances. I'm gonna actually convoy the killer lance for the time being as armory. Not armory, excuse me. Forge. Lance. Silver. Yes. Max that. And I think 90 hits more than enough for Daein. And for him, I'm going to name it in a very sarcastic way. As I feel like this is the type of thing that Daein would do, just to try and be funny. Smiler. And make it a nice yellow color to match his color scheme. And that's the forge of the chapter. Braum. What all can I get for you? It's A for silver weapons. Good to know. Let's see what's on the convoy first, as that will probably dictate a bit better. I think I want the Night Killer on somebody, and Braum actually probably doesn't need it. Who am I kidding? Instead, I'll give him a long sword, as I want to try to get up his sword rank. Also, provokes on Braum, namely for this chapter, especially. In the meantime, Will got Elwind, Thoron, Halberd. Is there anything in here that might be better? Not really. Let's see, you're fine. Ike, you've got all your weapons. Resolute Blade's a little bit low. And I think I should probably also start selling off some of the things which are quite deteriorating. But we'll deal with that here in a moment. Javelin for sure. Don't want to sell the spear bits. Killer Lance is fine, so same with the short spear. Oh, that's right, I should equip Boyd with a poleaxe. But that's not what I'm going to do. Goose bows, want to save those. There's one specific chapter I know where I absolutely need those. And because we have the extra Elfire in the convoy, I know that Tormod's going to be able to equip it. Not really worried about Bolganone. It'd be nice to use it, but I don't think I'm going to reasonably get anybody to Bolganone range. With all that out of the way, is there anything else I'm forgetting? Leth, in your inventory you have an Iron Blade, so I'm not that worried. Yeah, okay. Leave the base. They're finally here. And, yep, the traps have been set up. Alrighty then, we stop Crimea's advance here. No homeland to fight against, and we fight to the death, and those who wish to turn and run, face Petrion's lance. Meanwhile, move with caution. There's one thing I've been meaning to ask. Where's Nasir? What happened? Enemy combatant and locked up at the moment. Testing me? What are you talking about? We're going to talk now. Nasir's Daein's spy. Uh-oh. He was our spy. You're telling me that he was a galleon spy? Now this makes sense to me. But Daein, as a Leguse, would have absolutely no reason to work for them. But there was a Goldoan named Aimee who was working as a general for Daein. Yes. We were forced to fight her in the capital. When we attempted to capture her, Nasir intervened and allowed her to escape, betraying us. If that's the case, then I can see why. Even teaming up with Daein is just too much. But we're at the bridge. Let's see what's up. Once we finish this battle, we can talk. That's fair. And there's Captain Har. Excuse me. Alright, Har, time for you to go to work. You've got a lot of nerve. Wake up or she'll burn him to a crisp, eh? Now get out there and do your job. Bit of a fool, but he's our fool. And Har is indeed recruitable, albeit he doesn't stay at that position very long. Now then, as expected, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Alright then, battle formation and readiness. Aw, that's charming. Well said. I thought, and Ranulf thought he would join as part of the army. If it's a problem, he can set this one out. But no, continued support and thank you, Ranulf. In this case, though, I actually do need Ranulf to set this one out, but let's go over him real quick. I'm going to grab the Demiband in just a moment to show off what his transform stats look like, because I'd like to compare them to Leth over here, who's had some time to go about. But first, Reese, and I'll grab what's her name, Jill, after I get Ranulf out. But first, trade from Leth into Ranulf. She transforms. In the meantime, Ranulf, equip the Demiband. Ranulf. He's lagging behind a bit in speed compared to Leth. His res is a bit more poor, and his defense is also a bit higher. But other than that, both are about the same at this point. He has no skills as well, which might be a problem if you've already used things on Leth, like I have. So, he's alright filler. I personally prefer using the Growth Leguse from the beginning of the game. That's just how I feel. In the meantime, Leth, Convoy, give this elixir. I have a very special plan for that elixir. In the meantime, Leth, transform. Now that that's out of the way, Ranulf, get out of here. Hello, Jill. Let's start repositioning people, shall we? Alright, I want my highest move units over here, which would be these guys. Jill's staying in the very far back. I don't need her that much. Braum, Vanguard here. Boyd. Khalil. Nefni. Whoops. Blah. Slower. Nefni there. Seahark here. Boyd there. And yeah, you have a hand axe still. Okay. In the meantime, everybody else has got their weapons and is relatively close. I might move you back like that, and I might just roll trade with Leth. I want the longbow over the silencer at the moment. Or no, wait. Probably over the Brave Bow for the moment. I love the Brave Bow, but I don't need that much firepower. It's a bit overkill. Boyd, you're looking fine. Might start worrying about your strength in a little bit, but should be a-okay. But yeah, the Great Bridge. This place has pitfall traps, and I might show it off next time, and I'll also see if something else is accurate. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next part, where we take on the Great Bridge. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please hit the like, comment, and subscribe buttons, as well as hit the notification bell to stay up to date. The next part is in the description, or should be on screen right now. I'll see you for the battle in the next part.